Hello and welcome to Iron Port. This program is proudly brought to you by Goyle Company Limited, the Ghana Revenue Authority, Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, and Serene Insurance. Our media partner is the Business and Financial Times. Folks, this week we are discussing the role security agencies in the ports are playing in the protection of the country's ports against illegalities and crime. However, there's an important story we want you to look at. The first batch of consultants for the feasibility studies for the construction of the port of KETA have arrived in the country and have begun physical consultations with the people of KETA. Please take a look at this. The first batch of the consultants conducting feasibility studies for the construction of the port of KETA have arrived in Ghana and commenced physical stakeholder engagement with the KETA community. On the 14th October 2020, the advanced group of consultants belonging to the Selhorn team, consultants for the feasibility studies, were accompanied by the director of KETA Port and other GPHA officials, including the project engineer Kwabla Ofori, to be introduced to the KETA community to officially resume physical stakeholder engagements. Amid the COVID-19, the consultants for the feasibility studies had been virtually communicating with stakeholders for the necessary information and data. However, due to the scope of work required, it was very important for them to be active on the grounds to do their research and analysis. First, the arrival following the reopening of the airport to human traffic. Speaking at the first stakeholder engagement with the KETA community, representatives of the traditional leadership of KETA expressed pleasure at the interest shown in KETA for the port and called for speedy execution of all processes.
So we are sure you want to give us a very good harbor. That is why it is taking us a very long time. But we want to know, every pregnancy has a duration. So where are we now?
Municipal Chief Executive of KETA, Godwin Efa Eduji, promised of a good collaboration from his outfit towards all interactions with the consultants.
We'll keep working with you hand in hand from now henceforth. We won't do anything in isolation.
Dr. Joachim Zago, a representative of the Selhorn team, revealed that having previously done works on the TEMA and Takoradi port expansion projects, they are conversant with the Ghanaian terrain in port infrastructure development and will deliver well on their task.
We are specialized in port engineering. We have done for example, for TEMA Port, the master plan. We are doing right now the work in Takoradi for the dry bulk terminal, the engineering planning. So we are well aware about Ghana and let's see the technical, but also in some ways the socio-economic background.
Director of the Port of KETA, Dr. Alexander Duse, explained the significance of the gradual planning and developmental processes of the port project.
As we've been saying all day, we plan. The planning is the most important part. Make sure that all the I's are dotted, all the T's are crossed, to ensure that once you start putting bricks and mortar together, you know that you are on a solid platform. That's what we are doing.
He expressed continued commitment to fulfilling the desires of the KETA people regarding the port project. He revealed that there would be the establishment of GPHA communication centers within the KETA area for easy access to information by constituents of the community. Now to the main subject of the week. We engaged the National Security Liaison at the Port of TEMA, as well as the Chief Revenue Officer Preventive for the Customs Division of GRA, who all gave the assurances of protecting the country's ports at an optimal level. Please take a listen.
The National Security Liaison at the Port of TEMA, Sub-Lieutenant Christian Kofi Tete, and the Chief Revenue Officer in charge of Preventive at the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Danstan Ayamga, have assured the public of tight security procedures by their outfits that would ensure that contraband and illegal goods do not make it through Ghana's ports.
I want to assure the public that insofar as me, in particular, I stay in the port there, nobody can play a funny game. And we will make sure that we apply all the intelligence we have to intercept any cargo which will not inure to the benefit of the security of this country.
Currently, we have improved in our technology. The technology we have scanners here.
That are able to detect all these things.
Yes, technology has improved.
And we have very dedicated officers who are working.
Speaking on Iron Port's live studio discussion on the state of the nation's security at Ghana's ports, as well as outcomes of some recent security interventions at the ports, the National Security Liaison at the Port of Tema, Sub-Lieutenant Christian Tete, revealed that in September, with the help of a tip-off, the state security apparatus intercepted a 152-kilogram package believed to be cocaine and concealed in a shipment of sugar from Brazil at the port of Tema.
We followed up. When we allowed them to take all the 50 containers to the warehouse, but that particular container, because we had our information right and the process is right, we were able to arrest the container.
The Chief Revenue Officer in charge of preventive at the Customs Division of the Ghana Revenue Authority, Dan Stanayamga, on the other hand, disclosed that upon suspicion of an undeclared container, the division intercepted a container with 436 pistols, 26 packs containing 50 pieces each of ammunition, and 40 mil piece of pepper spray. He revealed that these goods were declared as personal effects by the consignee.
As they opened the container, what they saw was something like a toolkit, box of toolkits.
Okay.
So they opened one and saw that there was a pistol in it.
Since then, the security officials said investigations are ongoing for the appropriate prosecution to take place. The top security officials at Ghana's ports indicated that they are in strong collaboration with international security institutions like Interpol in the fight against the exportation and importation of contraband goods across countries.
Intelligence is gathered. We have intelligence unit, which they have with cooperation from Interpol, WCO, our sister customs outside our jurisdiction.
Sub-Lieutenant Christian Tete revealed that the profiling of cargo origins guides some of the interventions they take at the ports in the fight against contraband goods. He stated that he has sent a memo to the various operators within the clearance chain for special treatment on goods from Turkey, as recent intel suggests the country is a likely source of some of these restricted goods.
Monday, I'm writing to all the agencies there, including MPS terminal, the owner, that any container from Turkey should not be seen as an ordinary container. We need to go into it. It will not be pleasant to importers, but that's what we have to do.
Dan Stanayamga said the Customs Division possesses a very potent risk management system that ensures that all suspicious goods undergo physical examination and scrutiny.
The risk management team at headquarters is made up of all parties who are concerned with the security of this country, including all the narcotics and all the intelligence people who matter. So they have intelligence on all these. So if there's a container coming from that part of the country, they will interdict it. They will give us information to handle it. So we are up. I'm doing.
He said the case of restricted goods such as ammunition without permits that are seized at the ports, those goods are kept in the public warehouse in the custody of the police. Sub-Lieutenant Christian Tete added that after investigations are completed, the judiciary decides what is done with such restricted goods like ammunition, be it destruction or relocation to the security agencies for use. The Chief Revenue Officer in charge of preventive at Customs refuted the concern of some sections of the public that claim that such restricted goods mysteriously find their way back to individuals in the society.
See how that can happen. Where I sit, I don't see how that can happen. It is not possible. From where I sit.
The National Security Liaison at the Tema Port said even with the restricted goods that are imported with permits, his outfit ensures that these goods are escorted and transported safely to their said destinations.
These explosives for mining, do you know somebody can use it in the marketplace and explode and cause harm?
I see. So
when it comes to the port, we escort it to the magazine of the importer, CID, National Security, BNI. We escort it. Those are some of the assurances so that nobody will divert it.
The top security officials at Ghana's ports cautioned clearing agents to be diligent and professional in their dealings with importers in order not to be used as unsuspecting accomplices to such crimes.
You should let them know what they are bringing. I think that is the best thing, because if you don't know what the person is bringing...
What if they don't tell you? I mean, they say that, but it's not.
That is what I'm saying. It's a business transaction.
Overall, while the security officials assured of a 24/7 high alert on security procedures at the ports, they further emphasized their resolve to be on top of their game within this period leading up to the presidential and parliamentary elections, where some of these illegalities may be entertained by some unscrupulous individuals or groups.
I Am Port returns shortly.
Every now and again, GOIL makes good things happen. This time, GOIL has introduced Super XP Ron 95, a higher grade fuel loaded with additives and yet sold at the same price as normal fuel. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 enhances engine performance like never before. It maintains the engine by keeping it clean from carbon deposits. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 is designed to burn slowly and thus improves fuel economy, making you save money after several kilometers. GOIL Super XP Ron 95 gives you a smooth driving experience, that is, less vibrations. Fill up with GOIL Super XP Ron 95. Now there's no need to pay more for any higher grade fuel. GOIL has that sorted. GOIL, good energy.
Electricity, then pay your taxes. Our taxes, our future.
Because you see, without our taxes, we wouldn't have good roads, good schools, better hospitals, street lights, and other very important social amenities. When we pay our taxes, we give our children free and quality education. Tell God, my money too small. Why should I pay my tax? Look, small. Salifo, it doesn't matter how small or big your business or income is. You still have to pay your taxes. The little taxes from each and every one of us, when put together, could give your community clean water, or that deprived school with tables and chairs. Please pay your taxes. It is your responsibility. It is your civic duty. It is the law.
Oh, how are you?
Hi Yvonne, a few words please. Everyone is talking about the fire at your production house last week. How are you holding up? Has production stalled?
No, not at all. My crew and everyone on my set is perfectly fine because I insure with Serene Insurance. As a matter of fact, I've had all my equipment replaced, including the vehicles that were affected. My workers have been sorted out. Even my production downtime has been covered. So it's all good. I have a meeting to attend to, so I have to get going. Sorry about that.
Which insurance company did you mention?
Serene Insurance, the new face of insurance, a member of First Sky Group.
Welcome back. Let's take a look at some local port and maritime news, including the International Maritime Hospital's works in breast cancer awareness across the country.
The International Maritime Hospital has partnered 3FM to offer free breast screening in Kanda, where the radio station is situated. This is in continuation of efforts to bring adequate awareness and support to Ghanaians nationwide on breast cancer. This initiative is in addition to the free breast screening IMaH is already doing at its own hospital premises in TEMA on Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays throughout the month of October. The head of clinical services at the International Maritime Hospital, Dr. Helen Tete, said these efforts align with the hospital's vision of reaching as many people as possible to ensure early detection of the cancer, which is usually highly curable in such cases.
The whole aim is that we want as many people as we can to participate in this activity. Every woman, every man, wherever you are, our heart cries that you'll be able to examine your breast, because breast cancer is real.
She therefore called on all people above 20 years to take advantage of the opportunity and examine their breast, especially in this month when it is free. The event manager commercial at Media General, Jacqueline Smith, said the high death rate of cancer is as a result of the fact that people do not go for testing early. She therefore entreated the general public to make it a point to take advantage of the free breast screening in the month of October to know their status.
International Maritime Hospital is offering 40% discount for anyone who comes for the screening and finds out that they have to do further investigation, whether it's a mammogram or ultrasound, whatever it is. They are offering this amount, and that is huge.
The Port Ladies Association of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, in collaboration with International Maritime Hospital, has embarked on an intensive education on breast cancer for its members. Breast cancer is the most common cancer in women worldwide, and in low and middle income countries like Ghana, the incidence has been rising steadily. Research suggests that breast cancer is also the leading cause of cancer mortality in Ghanaian women. According to a family physician specialist at the International Maritime Hospital, Dr. Yayecha, due to the fatality associated with the cancer in its late stages, it is important to emphasize on early detection, which is the best option in the management of the illness.
The overall 5-year survival rate of breast cancer, when you're detected at stage 0 and 1, is 90%. But you can see that for stage 4 is less than 20%.
She revealed that high exposure to estrogen, the female sex hormone, aging, genetics, and ethnicity are among some of the uncontrollable natural risk factors of breast cancer. However, there's the need to practice healthy lifestyles to reduce chances of breast cancer.
We need to cut down on alcohol intake, excessive alcohol intake, because that increases our risk of developing breast cancer. People who smoke, whether it's actively smoking or inhaling from someone else's smoking, you are at risk of developing breast cancer.
The members of the Port Ladies Association were also taught the appropriate ways to do the self-breast examination themselves and also advised to get screened regularly. The president of the Port Ladies Association and the corporate procurement manager of GPHA, Philippa Amanda Ama, asked the members of PLAS to take advantage of the free healthcare they receive as employees of GPHA to make sure to get checked up regularly.
Every year, make sure that you go and have a full examination done, a full body exam.
The Marketing and Public Affairs Manager at the Port of Tema, Sewa Opoku-Fosu, said such educational arrangements go a long way to empower women to be able to play an influential role in their own faiths, as well as make them ambassadors in their various communities.
If you are educated, it is your responsibility to do so to your family, to the people in your community. Make yourself an ambassador for it, because it is painful, it is costly, and if it can be avoided, why wait?
The Chief of Naval Staff, Rear Admiral Seth Amwama, has praised the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority for its immense support over the years, especially in helping fuel naval vessels in the fight to curb the incidents of piracy in the country's territorial waters. Speaking during a working visit to the management of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, he said that the relationship between his outfit and the Port Authority has been a fruitful one towards the protection of Ghana's marine space. He also assured of his commitment to ensure that oil vessels that call the naval base in Sekondi would redirect their operations to the new ultra-modern oil terminal at the port of Takoradi.
Oil and gas terminal is completed. It's a matter of giving notice to the vessels that call on naval base that it's a purely military institution, not a commercial port. So they don't have any cause to continue to use the secondary naval base. The
Director General of the Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, Michael Lugoje, corroborated his assertion and called for oil vessels to call at the new port facility in Takoradi.
And certainly, what we are also thinking as GPHA is, after we've had that correspondence with you, we also talk to the operators themselves, and to let them appreciate the need for them to begin to contemplate withdrawing from the naval base and coming to the meeting.
The director of the Port of KETA, Dr. Alexander Eduse, also reviewed plans to accommodate the Navy in the construction of the new port due to the vital role they play in guarding the nation's waters.
We would like the consultants also to engage you and your team to ensure that we will be able to provide a facility that will also accommodate your presence.
The TEMA branch of the Ghana National Chamber of Commerce and Industry has held its third business meeting of the year, which focused on legal education on contracts and negotiations. According to the leadership of the chamber, during its engagement with the business community, it noted an emerging increase in contract conflicts among business executives. Hence, the need to educate members of the chamber on key areas to look out for when writing or signing any business contract or agreement. The chairman of the TEMA branch of the JNCCI, Isaac Barry, emphasized on the need for business executives to know their fundamental legal obligations and understand the implications of some clauses within contracts.
We have to know our obligations, and we have to create clauses that can carry the businesses through so that it becomes a win-win situation.
The director of the Port of TEMA, who is also an expert on maritime law, Sandra Opoku, and acting as a guest speaker for the meeting, emphasized the need for legal education in order to get rid of the assumptions that commonly mislead business persons. She advised importers of goods to make use of professionals at the recognizable custom house associations to help them make the right legal decisions in their international business arrangements.
For the clearing agents, majority of them understand the documentation that needs to go into it, and so even before you decide to import, you can go to GIF headquarters and let somebody there be nominated for you to take you through the documentation before you sign anything with the seller, whether in Far East or Europe.
Twenese Edward Amuzu, an international law expert and lecturer at the Ghana Institute of Management and Public Administration, said the incidence of the COVID-19 pandemic has brought untold hardships to businesses. So it is pivotal for businesses to be able to investigate if the pandemic frustrated business contracts and the actions to take as a result.
It's important that the provisions of various contracts are carefully reviewed and parties reflect over the consequences of frustration as provided for by law under our Contract Act.
He said it is fortunate that the Contract Act of Ghana spells out the dynamics that guide frustrated contracts. Hence, it is important for business people to familiarize themselves with such provisions in the law. The head of freight and logistics at the Ghana Shippers Authority, Fred Asiedu-Date, has said the completion of the TEMA-AKOSOMBO railway project will boost transit trade. He said the project, which is a component of the 1,000-kilometer Ghana-Burkina Railway Interconnectivity Project, will fast-track key requirements of the Memorandum of Understanding signed between the GSA and the Shippers Councils of Mali, Burkina Faso, and Niger to facilitate inter-country trade. Asiedu-Date added that the project will also relatively reduce the cost of transportation of goods and serve the interest of transit shippers and shippers in the northern part of the country. He said this during a tour to monitor the state of progress of the railway project on 14th October 2020 by members of the Port Infrastructure Committee of the Governing Board of the Ghana Shippers Authority. The 97-kilometer railway stretches from Tema to Impacadan and is being funded by the Indian Exim Bank at a cost of $447 million. The project, which comes with the construction of 6 passenger stations and a freight terminal in the Tema port, is part of the National Railway Plan to construct over 4,500-kilometer railways across the country. The director of the Port of Tema, Sandra Opoku, who is also a member of the board of GSA, said the construction of the TEMA-AKOSOMBO railway will significantly reduce the movement of cargo by road, particularly to the northern part of the country. The Deputy Chief Executive of the Ghana Railway Company Limited, Dr. Michael J. Anyete, said plans are far advanced for Ghana to take over the management of the project after its completion.
Now let's take a look at some international port and maritime news happening across the globe.
The latest figures from ICC International Maritime Bureau show that there has been a 40% increase in the number of kidnappings reported in the Gulf of Guinea in the first 9 months of 2020 compared with the same period in 2019. IMB said in its third quarter report that pirates armed with guns and knives are abducting bigger groups of seafarers at further distances off the West African coast. Per the report, there have been 132 attacks since the start of 2020, up from 119 incidents in the same period last year. Of the 85 seafarers kidnapped from their vessels and held for ransom, 80 were taken in the Gulf of Guinea. These happened in 14 attacks reported off Nigeria, Benin, Gabon, Equatorial Guinea, and Ghana. In the first 9 months of 2020, seafarers reported 134 cases of assault, injury, and threats, including 85 crew members being kidnapped and 31 held hostage on board their ships. A total of 112 vessels were boarded and 6 were fired upon, while 12 reported attempted attacks. The Global Mercy, the world's largest civilian hospital ship being constructed at the Tianjin Jinhan shipyard in northern China, is nearing completion. Mercy Ships, the international charity that ordered the vessel, expects it to enter service by the end of 2021 after transport to Africa. Global Mercy is the second hospital ship, and it will join Mercy Ships Africa Mercy, which has been in service in Africa since 2007. Stena RoRo has been responsible for the design, the contracting, and the construction oversight of the complex vessel. In addition to the Chinese shipyard, the project includes several European, American, and Asian subcontractors. The vessel is of a length of 174 meters, weight of 37,000 tons, breadth of 28.6 meters, and draft 6.15 meters. The ship has a total area of 30,000 square meters, with 6 operating rooms, and can accommodate up to 950 crew and guests.
It's time for the schedule of vessels in the port, those at anchorage and those expected in the coming weeks, plus the Bank of Ghana exchange rates, which you need to know to clear your cargo with. Now let's take a listen to some comments from viewers of the program.
Eric from Brussels asks, I want to find out from the port security officials if there is any policy or direct to quarantine or detain containers from South America because of high risk of drugs or other contraband goods. Hello Eric, the National Security Liaison at the Port of Tema has indicated that his outfit sometimes conducts special checks on goods from some regions due to the high susceptibility of contraband from those areas. Blay Mieza asks, I want to know if the owners were arrested. Hello Blay, if it's in relation to the intercepted ammunitions, the security officials have assured that some individuals are currently being investigated on the matter. Bekai says, can you please find out from the national security man what their legal mandates are? I think it is more of coordination of activities of the security agencies than operational. I am not too clear about their mandates, which I find to be duplication of the preventive functions of customs. Hi Bekai, the National Security Liaison says his outfit is to ensure revenues from the state are not lost to under-declaration and misdescription of cargoes, as well as ensuring that cargoes brought into the country do not contain contraband or illegal goods. Ohima from TEMA asks, at what point is the information of the detention made public so that the consignee does not abscond, leaving the clearing agent to their fate? Hello Ohima, the security officials share your concern and have revealed that investigations are done in a discreet manner to ensure that word doesn't get out prematurely to aid in the fleeing of the importer of such contraband goods.
That's all for this edition of Eye on Port. Thank you for watching.